Hey, what's up? It's Dude Daniels here. And today in this short video, I want to break down the anatomy of a working internet marketing information business. And when you decide to get online and work a online business, there's a lot of pieces that goes into this. You got to know your audience. You got to know the keywords you want to use, designing the products, the whole 9 yards. And it's a lot of things that you have to know going into running a business online, or any business in general. If you still follow even this information marketing or information business, if you follow this outline for any business, you'll find a lot of success. But these are some of the things that need to be in place. So if you're trying to sell information products online, these are some of the things that you will need in order to make it successful, make it happen for you. And there's actually a formula that you need to use in order to get sales and turn it into a system, so that you're not there babying it the whole way through. So some of the things that you're going to want to do is you need to find a niche, you need to create a product, drive traffic, automate, and expand your business. So let's talk about one of the first things you'll need when you're getting started in business. You're going to need a website, and a website that can also be used as a blog. When you're talking about a website, these days websites used to be static. Now you can get them where they are in a weblog formation, so that way you can put new updates, upload videos, do a lot of SEO. And normally people go to WordPress.org to get this type of website done for them. And that's one of the first things you'll need when you're talking about setting up a internet marketing information business. You're also going to need landing pages and also a sales funnel to sell from. So landing pages, these are pages that have a direct purpose. So they're looking to either collect information in the form of a lead or leads, or selling a product. That's its primary focus. There's nothing else on the site. There's no ads. There's no click here for more information. There's no other articles that are on the website. These landing pages have a specific purpose, is to collect information and give away stuff and things of that nature. So that's one of the second elements you're going to need as you start to put together your business, internet marketing information business. The next thing that you will need is you're going to need products to sell. And to start out with, you're probably going to need a free product that you can give away, which is information to get them to bite, what they call it. It's kind of like in the vacuum industry, there's a company that will say, hey, we'll come vacuum one room for free. So that's their free giveaway. So you kind of got to give away something for free to get the customer, the potential customer, to open up. And that way you can start to collect leads and have a database of people to contact that showed interest in your information or in your information business. After the free product, then you also want something that's going to be a kind of a low cost product, anywhere from $7 all the way up to $97, depending on the value of what you're selling. And this is something that's going to be low cost, affordable, that's really going to get the people appetized, your customers appetite for your product or service. And so with this, because it's low cost, it's not something that you're going to be, get ready to go buy your new Bentley with, but it's going to be more so something that you're going to, be able to use to cover the cost of your advertising. So if you got Facebook ads out there, or if you got different advertisements going on, this front end product that you're selling is going to help offset that and pay for that completely. and maybe even leave you a little change where you can go to Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks with. So you need to create a product that's low cost and that they can cover their advertising costs. And then after the low cost product, you want to develop a continuity product. And in the internet marketing space, a continuity product is really a product that has a repeating, a rebilling billing cycle, so that it's something that they buy every month, like a cell phone bill, like a subscription to a magazine, like a what is that, gym membership to the gym. So it's a membership type of a deal, and this is going to be your continuity product. So you have an automatic repeat sale, so that the following month, the people who purchased the last month are going to automatically buy this month, and that way you have sales coming in all the time. So now that you have your continuity and you had sales coming in without you using any more advertising costs, now you need your large back end product, and this is what makes you your major take home income. So, in light of what I said, okay, you had your free product and you had your low cost product. Let's say the low cost product was $27 or $37. Then your continuity might have been $37, or it could have been $97 a month, whichever one, but it's a monthly. And now you're going to your back end, which could be anywhere from $297, $497, $997. I know some people with really large back end products to cost $5,000. So, of course, the percentage of people buying those is going to be much lower. However, you're going to have people who buy it nevertheless. And so that's a nice payday right there, $5,000. How many of those a month do you need? Maybe 2 or 3. Some people get 10 of those. And so you see how people are making that much money from home, because they've made a course or they made a product that is worth that in value and is helping people, make a difference in their lives. So now you have your products, all the products that you're going to need to develop or create or purchase or whatever you're going to do to get them. This is what you're going to. Now, if you've never been online, or if you've been online for, years like me, putting all of this together can give you a mental horse. And I'm not even joking. I mean, when you're talking about writing a product, creating that product, and taking it up the steps, because that's what the big back end is. The back end is just a very detailed free product that you gave away. So it's all the nuts and bolts. It's very detailed, and it's going to help you to make that big bread. So putting all of this together, the websites, making sure the website operates correctly, the landing pages, the sales funnel, all that together can be very painstaking. And I'm speaking out of experience, because I've put my own sales funnel, website, products all together, and I tell you, I think I aged like 4 years. If I wasn't such a health nut, taking vitamins and minerals and supplements all day long, I'd probably look 90 years old right now. So you have to think about how you're going to do this when you decide to come to that stage. People who have decided to try to put all of this together themselves, a lot of them have gotten killed along the way. When I mean killed, I'm being funny by saying they just got, that process killed them. And this is why in the internet marketing space or home-based business, on the internet marketing tip, is laden with dead bodies of would-be internet marketers. I'm a big casualty. I've had my arm and shoulder and hip and leg blown off. And if you look closely at my internet marketing body, I've got prosthetic legs and fake limbs and stuff, because I've got shredded to pieces, and I'm not even joking. But I'm a fighter. I'm a persevere, and things have turned around for me, so that I've been able to have a lot of success throughout my tenure. But I tell you, it was a lot of hard work. And had I known some of the things I know today, and one of which I'm going to share with you, it would have made the process, 99% easier. So you have this big field of dead bodies, a lot of people who were trying to go into this internet marketing war, and found out that it's not for the faint of heart. So you have a couple options here. You can be a hero and do it all yourself, as my man calls the Kobe Bryant theory, do-it-yourself kit. Pull out your barbershop kit and cut your own hair. You can do that, and you'll be rewarded by just nature and by knowing that you went ahead and did it all yourself. Or you could, you know, you could you can copy from somebody else. You can copy and learn from a proven system that paid out over $17 million in its first year to its affiliates. And I tell you, it's always better to look over somebody's shoulder who is already succeeding and modeling your behavior after them. In fact, when I started in the internet marketing space before I created my first product, I was an affiliate to Mike Dillard, and Mike had a wonderful product, and I was selling his product like hotcakes, making hundreds and hundreds a week. And then I said, well, why don't I write my own product, and I can keep the $40 commission. But I didn't know the full anatomy of what Mike Dillard was doing. So I created my product and started to sell it, and I was making money, but I didn't have no back end or anything like that. So it eventually ran me short because I couldn't live off of just the front end product. That's why you need to know the whole anatomy of the internet marketing space. The way to cheat and get around best is to join the Empower Network system. The Empower Network system is a really straight, top to bottom system that you can use, copy, and learn from, and then move into creating, your own products, system, and business if that's your, desire. If you want to create your own and have your own business or even your own standalone business, if you copy this model. But first, I would suggest learning the model so that you know how it operates. And if you're able to do that, then I believe that you have every opportunity to be successful. And the reason why I'm recommending Empower Network, because they're going to give you a website. They're going to give you landing pages that create leads. They're going to give you sales pages, sales videos. They're going to, give you products to sell. All you really have to do at this point is follow the system that they tell you, which is pretty much getting traffic to your personal website into the landing pages. And then you have every honest expectation to be making some money if you follow the system and you follow it diligently. So that's what this whole business is about. Because when I ran into Empower Network, I realized that they had the whole anatomy together. They had the whole thing together so that you can learn from it and learn how to use theirs even to make money. Another thing that they do offer you is that they pay out 100% commissions. So you get every sale that you make, you're going to get 100% of it. And that's a very exciting part of business because most affiliates don't get that much money. You get paid, 50, 75%. And even if you get 100%, you're not going to get none of the back end product. So you have that opportunity here. And I definitely think people should take advantage of that. So to do that, if you need to learn about the company, go to www.thenewempowernetwork.com. They just updated the website. So you have thenewempowernetwork.com to learn about the company. And then from there, or you can just get started for $25 from there, or you can just go to dewdaniels.com and /join Dew. It's really all that simple. And so I want to thank you for watching this video, listening to me, and I'll see you on the inside. Go to dewdaniels.com /join Dew and get the $25 product. I mean, it's very simple. $25 is not going, no coffee this week if you spend $25 a week on coffee, and you get that for the month, and you start using the system. And there's no guarantees on how you're going to do it money because there's no guarantees on what your work ethic is going to be. But if you want to bypass setting up products, setting up a website, setting up landing pages that sell, the sales letter process. I mean, this is a process that would probably cost you, close to $4,000 or $5,000, and I'm not even joking about that. So take the shortcut and then learn it. And once you learn it, then you can go back, with the money you've made and go put it together. So dewdaniels.com /join Dew, and I'm see you on the inside. Peace and blessings.